Hey, what's up guys? Electrify Motors here, and in this video I will go over all the charging for the Tesla, both Model S, X, 3 and Y. It's all pretty much identical apart from supercharger speeds and things like that. But in general, all the Teslas, all electric cars charge the same way. Teslas do have a few differences when it comes to charge port because they have their own type of the plug for the charger. In Europe, the standard plug is actually the same, but here in the US and Canada, and I believe elsewhere in the world, Teslas do come with their own proprietary charger, which I will describe and show you in a second. So, what happens when you charge at home? Well, you have two options when you charge at home. You can either have a 110 outlet, which is the regular 110 volt, ranges all the way up to 15 amp, but normally is about 10 to 12 amp circuit, and that will charge your car in about, depending on your battery size, but it will take at least 20 hours to charge your battery from almost empty to full. With bigger batteries, might take up to 28 hours or 30 hours, depending on the quality of that plug as well. The better the quality, the quality of the plug, and closer it is to the panel, and more amperage in that outlet, better charging results you will get. So I would say the best results I've seen on the 110 outlet was 4 to 5 miles an hour charged. So in 1 hour, you will put maximum 5 miles to your battery, sometimes 3 miles. Really good charge state is 4 miles. So you calculate, if your car's battery has 300 miles of range, then you can calculate that 300 divided by 4, and that gives you the hours that will take to charge your battery. And keep in mind that once the battery gets closer to full, the charge rate will drop slightly. With 110 volt outlet, you will see very little slow. I mean, you will see very little slowdown when it comes to battery charge, but it will happen a little bit as well. And then the option number 2 is your level 2 charger that you can install at home. Let me show you what I have done in the building, in collaboration with the building that I live in. Initially, I was the only person here with a Tesla, so at first we didn't have any chargers here, not even a 110 outlet. We had no chargers here at all. So I was the only one in the building with a Tesla, and I tried very hard to work with the building in order to put some kind of a charger in place. So for about 6 months, I have been driving around looking for Tesla chargers in the public, public parking lots, public spaces, Tesla superchargers. My go-to was a JFK supercharger because I'm in Brooklyn, so the closest one was about an hour away. So when I needed that quick charge and I needed to go somewhere, I would go drive up to JFK supercharge in the morning, charge up, and then come back home. And then we could go on the trip and use other superchargers as I went. It was a huge pain in the ass. So I was super excited about electric cars, and I was one of the first path makers, I would say. But at the beginning, that challenge with finding a supercharger or finding a charger was really significant. So after a little bit, my building was I don't know, helpful enough to put in a regular plug, like a 110 plug that they run off of the installation here and this garage. They just run it off the I don't know what it was, just regular power that goes to the garage gate opener. They had some electricity running here, so the building super, he worked with me and he put a plug for me so I could at least have this 110 situation taken care of, and that was great. That really solved a lot of my problems. I would basically come here every time I would park my car. I would just plug it in because it takes so long to charge. I would just do it every single time. I'll pull in and plug in. So that's not the best thing that you can do for your battery. after a while, I was working with them more, and I convinced them that by providing all the necessary materials and equipment, that they can work with me and run some level 2 wiring back to the electrical closet, which is very near this parking garage. And they agreed, and they got approval from the board that they can actually provide this charger. So let me show you how it looks like. I'm going to switch the camera now. Yeah, so this is our garage. It's really nice. Like having this thing in Brooklyn it's a gem. I have to tell you, this is the best thing ever. Like for me, living in New York City, because most buildings, as you know, they don't have anything of this. Like they don't have parking like this. So let me show you. So the first thing that we've done, that I mentioned earlier, was this plug here. So I work with the building super, and he put that plug up there. That was amazing. Like that has helped me a lot. Like I can't even describe how appreciative I was even for that little plug as an electric car owner. And then we left this plug here so people can use it for, to use a vacuum cleaner in their, for the cars and stuff like that. It's really great. I love it. I love to have a plug here. But then we run these wires. So on the other side of this wall, we have an electrical closet. So the cable run did not exceed 50 feet. I would say it was less than 50 feet. So we just drill a hole in this brick wall. We run. I mean, I didn't. He did. Building super. He run the wires in through this junction box. Then we run it in here to this kill switch. This is a 60. Yes, this is a 60 amp, 240 volt general duty safety switch. So I convinced the building to do it. They were really they didn't know exactly everything about the safety of electric cars. So I told them, this thing, in case anything happens with the installation or the plug, all you have to do is simply like just push it down like this, and that shuts off the two enormous fuses that I have in there. Actually, fuses that I have inside, they are able to withstand up to 40 amp each. So they're super heavy duty. So in case also, in case there's a surge or anything over that voltage, then the fuses pop, and it's basically 100% bulletproof. And then from that kill switch, we got your regular 1450 NEMA adapter and my little extension cable, which I can, as you can see, this thing is heavy duty. When I mean heavy duty, this thing is heavy duty. So what I did initially, that was like 2 years ago. No, sorry, that was like 4 years ago. So I run this little extension cable, which is super heavy duty here. And I had this little guy here that has done an amazing job charging my car. It was consistently charging it at 40 amp. This juice box, I got it off of eBay, and that juice box was amazing. It has never failed me. It was always here. It's so easy to have this installation in place. And yeah, basically the juice box takes that 40 amp voltage from the panel over there and transforms it to your regular level 2 J722, whatever the heck that plug is. And yeah, and then you put your Tesla adapter on the other end and you're good to go. And this thing has never stopped working, and it's still here just in case we have more electric cars. So as you know, this is my other Tesla, my Model S, that benefited from that installation. And then after a while, building wanted to do something better for all the owners of all the residents, and they worked with ChargePoint to install these official chargers. So they work with ChargePoint, and they installed 4 of these guys, 2 on this side of the parking garage, and then 2 on the other side. Over there, there's another side of parking garage, and they installed these. So ChargePoint is a great company. However, these machines, it's interesting to note that they take 40 amp each, right? So each machine is wired, as you can see, and they even use worse cables than I did for my installation that I had previously. But they wire them up with 40 amp each. So when you have one car charging, it's interesting. It charges at maximum 30 amp. I don't know why, but this charging station will charge a max at 30. So the charge rate that I used to have was gone, and now I used to have it charged at 28 miles an hour. Now it's charging more like 18, 19 miles an hour, which is a big difference. And then guess what? When you have this Model 3 charging and this Model S charging at the same time, that charge rate gets dropped to 15, about 15 amp. So it takes a little even longer. But when you charge overnight, that doesn't really matter unless you're me. Because when I charge my Model X, I have to charge off peak hours because I do have this this program with Con Edison. It's called Smart Charge program, and it's rewarding you for charging off peak. So every time I charge off peak, I get points. In the summer, I get double points, and they actually giving you extra extra perks for doing that. So yeah, so if you have a charge point installation like this, you might ask, how do I charge, right? So if you do have an installation like this, then all you need is your adapter for your Tesla. So this is the male adapter for your Tesla plug. And then all you have to do on the newer Tesla is just you can tap the charge port, or you can open the charge port from the screen or your app. But in the newer Teslas, when you tap the port, it opens. So you have the adapter, right? And then here you just scan your phone with the ChargePoint app. It unlocks. You unlock this, and then you put this adapter plug on to a ChargePoint adapter, and then you simply plug it in. I can't do it now because I'm recording my phone that actually has the app, so I can demonstrate. But it's pretty simple. Like, anybody can do it. If you can plug in your laptop to a charge plug, you can charge a Tesla. Like, it's really the easiest thing ever that ever happened. It's easier to fill up the gas tank. I know people that have diesel cars, regular cars, trucks, and sometimes it's not that simple at the gas pump. Like, I know people that have put the wrong type of fuel in their cars and had issues with their engines. Okay, so let me switch the camera again. So there we go, guys. Like, I hope this was helpful. That's all there is about charging your car. And then, of course, the third level of charging is your supercharger. And that, depending on your battery, if it's a new Model 3 or Model Y, they can charge up a little bit faster due to new battery technology and materials. I don't exactly remember what is the maximum charge rate, but I think it's somewhere close to, I'm not sure if I've seen like 1,000 miles an hour or something like that, but it's very, very high. What I get with the supercharger, when I charge at over 100 watt rate, I'm getting way over 100 miles an hour charge situation. So I have to record a video of the supercharger to tell you exactly, because I had some videos and I had some pictures, but I just don't remember on top of my head. But when your battery, it's closer to 20%, which is I found to be the best state of charge for you to get the most out of the supercharger. So and it's important, one important thing to remember is that Tesla updated their software. So where you are driving on the road and you're on the road trip, or you're heading into the supercharger, it's very important to input that into your navigation. Don't just like have a separate app on your phone or something like that when you are scheduling a supercharging visit, because your car will not get conditioned. So the new software update with Tesla, once you have navigation in your computer that you're going to a supercharger, the battery will start getting preconditioned for charging. So once you get to the supercharger, the state of charge is going to be much better because the battery is going to be warm and ready to be charged, especially in winter. So yeah, there you go. And those things really happen quickly. I know they're trying to get to a state of charge like 5-6 minutes in case you really have to, stop and go. There are some new companies like Microvast. Their batteries recently were tested with these new race cars, and they charge in like 12 minutes full, like 0 to 100, like 12 minutes. Then there's another company, Atlas Motors. They have their proprietary battery technology. They're working on building this XT pickup truck. Their battery testing, I believe, was charging like 9 minutes, like fully. So these things are, evolving. And, if you just think about how much the gas engine evolved from where we got in early 1900s with the first internal combustion engines, it was a great progress. Like, we squeezed everything we can, I believe, with internal combustion engine, direct injection, superfine mist into the cylinder, shutting down cylinders, re-engaging cylinders, stop and go. It's done. There's nothing that can be squeezed more out of the internal combustion engine. BMW has pushed the most horsepower out of the per kilogram or per liter in the internal combustion engine, and it's not going to get better. It's state of the art as of now. These engines are state of the art when it comes to internal combustion engines, and we're stopped. We got to the ceiling right now, and there's no more way for us to go. However, with the electric cars, we just beginning to scratch the surface. Meaning, if we get better batteries that charge faster, that have more energy, that can be built into car panels or become the part of the structure of the car, then you don't really care about range or charge rate. Imagine you have a car that, when its battery is fully charged, can go 600 miles on a single charge. And on top of that, imagine that if that car can also charge while driving because of regenerative braking, or maybe somewhere, maybe sometime in the future you'll have wireless or conductive charging installed in the freeways or highways, where you can go to a designated lane, and that lane, when you go below a certain speed, let's say, that will be a charging lane. You go below 40 miles an hour and you drive there for 20 minutes and your battery gets charged like, I don't know, 40%. Imagine that. The possibilities of electric cars are endless, and they're getting better and better every day. People are saying that maybe hydrogen is the future, maybe there's nothing that you need to go to a station and put something in and refill your car with something that takes somebody else to make somewhere and then deliver and then cool it down and then fill it out. It makes absolutely no sense. Like Elon Musk, it's absolutely right when it comes to pushing towards batteries and electrification of cars. The only way the hydrogen, in my opinion, can be beneficial to some is in really heavy duty applications like full class 8, or I'm not really familiar with the truck classes, but the biggest diesel haulers. If you want to replace that with an electrified version, you either need a hybrid diesel, hybrid gas, like natural gas, or hybrid hydrogen solution for now, because batteries weigh too much. And in order to have these trucks hold this kind of long loads and still have decent range, we need to wait a little bit until there's a breakthrough in batteries for solid states, and the whole truck can be built with the batteries and its structure. Before that happens, guys, the semi truck, it's like the best thing that we can get, which is not a full size truck. But yeah, I'm really excited to see, what the new technology will bring and how this can change our entire world, including boats, the tankers, planes. So we will be seeing in the next decade, I would say, we will see some great innovation that will happen in both ground transport, water transport, and air transport when it comes to electrification. I just can't wait. And the best thing is, if you are thinking about switching to an electric car, for the first time, just know this. I was very skeptical at first, and then once you get your first electric car and you experience the freedom of not having to go to a gas station ever again on a normal basis, you will never ever consider getting a gas car. I take it back. You will consider, because I looked at some cars. I like the new Ram 1500 or Ford Mustang. But once you start like really getting closer to the idea of buying it, you really can't do it. You really think that, no, it's not electric. I'm not getting it. Like, I don't want to go back. Going back, it feels like going backwards. It will be literally like switching back to your flip phone. It's great if you want to disconnect from the world, but you won't be able to do all these things that you can do with your smartphone. So it's really that comparison, I would say, it's accurate. It's really like switching to a flip phone if you want to go back to your gas car. There are just so many limitations there, and just the way they build, it's such a difference that, you know, we just can't achieve the same things, same results with regular internal combustion engine cars. I would say they're great for sports, they're great for entertainment, they're fun, but when it comes to everyday driver, everyone should be driving electric with renewable resource as a power source for that. So, you know, people who have houses, solar panels, people who don't have houses, the governments and local governments should work on providing clean energy from all different sources. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, if you do, drop a like, you know, hit that like button, drop a comment, subscribe. I will try to provide more videos and more content for all the Tesla owners and soon and future EV owners. So, as you know, I am waiting for my Rivian R1T truck that I pre-ordered many years ago, and it looks like it's becoming, the deliveries are getting closer to actually happen. So once I have more information on that, I'll provide an updated video, and once I get the truck, I'll make sure to do a full walk around video of the truck, and I will list it as one of my Airbnb experiences, because currently I'm doing Airbnb experience in Brooklyn with my Model X and my Model S for those that are interested, or those who want to seek and compare, those who are interested in getting a used car, or just those that need to or want to experience a Tesla, like in real life, and learn about all its features and how actually use it, you know, from the owner's point of view. So yeah, that'll be it about charging. If you have any questions, any comments, you need any help, do you have any problems with charging that happened to your Tesla, I would love to hear about those. And until the next video, peace out, and really appreciate your support on YouTube.